Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. I want to do some more work on the castle today. Specifically, I want to tackle this little area right in here. We may not finish all of this in today's episode because we're working with, a fairly large area here. This little chunk, I tell you what, let's fly up on top of the keep so we can get kind of a better look at everything. So I want to deal with this little area right in here that's kind of inside this little portion of the walls. So we need to tackle the gate, and then we got to get some stuff in there. And I'm thinking this would actually be like a really good spot for like a market. Originally, this was a spot where I was considering putting the cathedral or a church, but we kind of built a cathedral. So it's not going to go here. So I think we'll put a market here, and I'm thinking maybe like a fountain right here in the middle. Obviously, we'll have a road coming in through this gate, and then we'll have like some vendor stalls and maybe some shops and all kinds of stuff like that. I think it's going to be a fun project. So yeah, good stuff. But I think the first thing that I need to do is I want to get rid of this grass, I think, and replace it with pavement. So we've been doing this kind of cobblestone, stone slab, andesite mix for our roads and stuff, our pavement in this castle. And I think what I want to do first is swap out all this grass for pavement. That's going to take me a little bit. Let me get to it. All right, guys, I am back, and I've got this all taken care of. Well, mostly. I have it all swapped out for cobblestone. I'll do the andesite and the stone slabs and all that kind of stuff later. What I want to tackle right now is this gate. And I need to decide how exactly I want to do this. I think what I actually want to do, now that I'm kind of looking at this, I think I want to do something like this. And then grab, let's just toss a bunch of that in here. Grab some more cobble. And I think I kind of want to bring this over. Actually, it's got to be about here. So let's kind of do something like that, maybe? Because when we look at this other side, right, this is on the same elevation as this, and I think it would be really strange to have like this weird little valley sort of thing right here in the middle of the gate. Like, that just seems kind of stupid to me. So let's actually bring this up a bit. We'll just kind of do something like this, and again, we'll come back later and we'll clean this up as far as adding more texture variation into it, so it's not just this giant cobblestone blob. But the big thing that I wanted to do was figure out like what our terrain is going to look like as far as like the contour lines and all that kind of stuff, and get kind of an idea of how this is going to be without all the grass. And you can see it works fairly well. We've got this nice kind of gradual slope, and I think it will be good. We can kind of take a better look at it from up here. There we go. This is a decent place to look at it. So you can see the lines here, and I think that's all good. And I think this is fine as well, right over here. Okay, so let's see if we can kind of figure out this gate. What I'm thinking is maybe we'll go up like 6 high right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what I kind of want is like an arch sort of shape. We may I may even want to bring this out a little bit more. Let's actually put a couple of torches down, and it actually looks like it's about to be time to sleep. So let's real quick take a quick nap. Tango and Scar on the server, they might sleep instead for me, but why wait? We'll just sleep ourselves and make sure that it gets done so we can get back to working on this. Okay. There we go. Come on. Sleep a little faster, please. There we go. Lovely. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, I want kind of like an arch sort of shape here. So let's see if we can kind of figure that out. Let's go maybe... What's that? That's 5 wide. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That would be 4. And then we could kind of bring it... come on. Like here. And then right there. And that would give us kind of the right shape that we would want for the doorway, I think. Although another kind of cool thing we could maybe do would be maybe we make it a larger sort of square door like this. Maybe we bring it up like one more. And then we actually put like a big wooden door here instead of a portcullis. That seems to be about the right height for a large gate. So then let's kind of come up like so. We probably want a torch there and here just to make sure that this is all properly lit up. And then we need to go up and we need to bring this across. Put a torch here. And then we'll kind of come down. And like so. So something like this could work. Let's mirror it on the other side. So it'll be the same over here. Just go like so. Do. Here, there. And then we'll bring it down. And we can get rid of all this. So maybe we do something like that instead. Now, this isn't a great look, obviously. We need to kind of clean this up a bit. So I'm thinking it's just like very plain. It needs some detail. But we can do something about that. Do I have a crafting bench over here? It doesn't appear so. Do I have any wood of any kind? Is there like a... Oh, that got placed upside down? That's very strange. There's no crafting bench in there. Do I have a crafting bench over here by where my beacon was? No. Do I have a crafting bench or wood over here? Aha, wood. That's what we're looking for. Although what I really want is spruce, but we'll grab that in a bit. We don't need it right this second. So come back over here. There we go. And let's just make a crafting bench, plop it down right here, and let's make a few stone brick stairs. Just a couple, okay? And I'm thinking we'll go stair, stair, and stair in these corners like so. And then I think we probably need to put a slab here and here. Wait a minute. Stair, stair, slab, stair. To give it that kind of arch, rounded feel. Why is this? Oh, it's not off center. I'm just going crazy. I think that might work, although I think I actually would like it a little bit better if that slab came all the way across. Yeah. Yeah, I do like that better. Okay, cool. So then, let's maybe go some stairs like so. And then, let's just say we're gonna make a doorway. And we'll use dark oak for this just for the moment, but I'll probably swap this out for something else later. Oh, it's gonna be really hard to make a door. Because it's an odd number. So maybe we'll just bring it like so. Yeah, something like this could work. Right? And that's like our big doorway that kind of leads through. Although I'm not really a fan of this. I don't like that look. I don't like that look at all. It's just not doing it for me. Maybe we will go with a portcullis, even though there's not really anywhere to raise it up into. I think it would probably look better if we just did something like this, and let's just get rid of those. So we can do something like that, and then this is your way into the market. I think that'd work. Have these nice doors and gates here, and then we just gotta kind of mirror what we did on this side over onto this side. So that should be doable, I think. Gonna need a few more stairs. We should have enough of these. So let's see. It was stair here and here. That one. Oh, come on. Ah, there we go. Got it. Brick, stair, like so. And then finally, slabs coming across like that. So that should be identical now. And it does appear to be. Yeah, I think that'll work. I can live with this. I like this. This looks fairly good, I think. A fairly simple entrance, but it'll serve as an entrance to this main area and takes care of this little gate. So now, the next thing we need to figure out, I think, is kind of where shops and all that stuff are going to be. So let's dump... These are probably all full. That one's not. Shame on me for just completely, like, dumping things into random shulker boxes and chests, but, you know, it happens. It's okay. Let's come back to our storage room and grab some white concrete, which we should have a fair amount of. Yeah, we got a decent amount. That'll be enough. And then we'll just make sure that this is properly refilled. There we go. I think this will be enough because I'm just going to be outlining buildings right now. I'm not actually going to be building those buildings, if that makes any sense. But I think we want to lay out like where some shops and stuff like that are going to go. So I'm thinking like here, we'll have something that kind of comes out this way, and then we'll bring it this way. Let's see, go like so. So this will end up probably being like one larger shop over on this side, right? Or maybe we'll even like bring that out. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Maybe we'll even bring it out a little bit, just so it's a little bit more interesting. Probably want to have another shop kind of over here-ish. And then this can be like vendor stalls. We can have vendor stalls over here. I don't want too many actual like shop buildings. I don't want too many actual buildings here. We could probably put another building right here. And I'm just doing them right now with very basic shapes. We can kind of modify them and stuff later to make them more interesting and all that kind of stuff. But that seems pretty good. Now, let's grab a little bit of dark oak. I said earlier in the episode that I want to have a fountain over here, and I still do. And I think right about here is roughly where I want it to be. So let's kind of mark out a circle. I actually need more dark oak. There we go. Oh, there we go. So we'll say that this is going to be a fountain. It's not going to be made out of dark oak, obviously, but this circle represents where the fountain is going to be. So we're kind of planning a little bit. I don't want it to be like super big. But, you know, something like this should be good. How much space do we have on this side? Plenty. Good. So I have like a little fountain there. We can have some vendor stalls. I think we probably should have another building like over here-ish. Right? So we'll have a building here and here, one here, and then a lot of the rest of this space will be filled with like stalls of street vendors and little things like that. I think that'll work. Gotta figure out what I want to do back here as well. I wonder if we could pull off like a diagonal building. That's so much easier said than done though. Like, diagonal buildings are super hard. And some styles lend themselves to diagonal buildings more than others. The style that we're building in right now really does not lend itself to diagonal. It's very difficult to get like a decent looking diagonal building, especially on a really small scale. It becomes kind of a nightmare. So I'm a little concerned about that. Let's just do a little bit of this. Okay, let's see if maybe we can get kind of an idea. Can we see from up here? Will this work, or is this sneak? There's a iron bar missing on this one. Either way, you can't see it at all from there. Okay. Let's try from over here. Hello, Mr. Creeper. I see you. We'll deal with him momentarily. So shops there, fountain here. I'm trying to like visualize this in my head. And then the other thing too is that we have our entrance over here to our sheep farm and to Cane Hall, our giant sugarcane farm. And I actually want to incorporate that as well into the design of this area. I've had this idea, like basically since I built that staircase going down. So for quite a while, I've had this idea of having the road. Let's just grab a couple things here. Of having the road kind of run over the top of this, and there'd be like an entranceway leading down. So we'd have like right here, right? This would be like your entrance to the area. And then we'd probably go like so. And this would be like your way down, but then the road would actually run over top of this, like so. And it would just kind of cover everything up. So maybe here we'd have like I don't want to call it like an elevated area, but maybe it would be, I don't know, something along these lines. The idea being that this little entranceway leading down is kind of hidden just a little bit from sight, right? Like it's here, but it doesn't, excuse me. It's here, but it doesn't like it doesn't stand out. And it's just like this little, almost like an entrance to a sewer. Like if you've ever played Skyrim, that's a good example. If you've ever played Skyrim and you go to some of the cities where there's like a sewer entrance, like, I forget the name of the Thieves Guild city. But the one where the city in Skyrim that has the Thieves Guild in it, there's those entrances that are kind of hidden and they lead into the sewer system. That's kind of what I want this to be like. So it's like this secret little entrance that you go down, and then we'll still decorate this staircase and stuff and make it look good. But at the moment, I'm just going to kind of mark that out, and we'll sort of figure out how we want to do the rows. I may turn that into like a retaining wall as well. We'll have to see. Going to have to kind of... kind of make it up as I go, like I do with most things, if I'm being entirely honest. But I think, let's just see. I think that's pretty, I feel like this area needs more buildings though. And I kind of want, you know what we should do is we should mark out the main roads, like where those roads are gonna go. So tell you what, let's grab, I know I've got more dirt than that, come on. Maybe I dumped it all in a shulker box already. Okay, well, tell you what, we'll use grass blocks. So we're gonna have this road that kind of leads in like so, right? And it sort of leads to the fountain. And then coming out from the fountain, I'm kind of envisioning the made road coming down like this. So it'll be like a way leading down. And that way you can kind of get an idea of like where everything's going to go, right? We'll have like a little sort of a clearing, I guess you would say, right here by the fountain. So it'll have a little bit of separation around the fountain. We'll probably put some vendor stalls and stuff in here, but just give it a little bit of separation from everything so that the fountain is kind of a centerpiece, I guess you would almost say. So then maybe what we could do is like right here, we could put in some more buildings, right? Like so. And we'll just kind of bring this down, whatever. The size of these buildings is, you know, subject to change, but I'm just trying to get like a general feel for everything. So we could do something like that. We could have another building maybe like back here somewhere. Again, subject to change, but it's about kind of getting the ideas in place. And yes, I know these are all boring shapes. They're all just plain rectangles right now, but we'll change a lot of that as we go. Like this one, for example, I think could be very well served by becoming sort of an L-shaped building instead. So maybe we'll build that up a little bit differently, or whatever. This is all very rough right now. This is like it's like sketching kind of. If you're an artist, which I am, to be honest, really not. But I think sketching is a thing you do in art to like prepare to make the final thing. Don't you draw like little sketch lines first, or like outlines or whatever, and then you make your finished like painting or whatever to make it look better that way? Let's maybe try something like that. And I'm kind of envisioning like two larger buildings here, right? So the way out will be between this kind of pathway. And maybe we bring this out. Oh, we don't want to run into this other building though. Let's maybe bring it out here to like, maybe roughly here or so. It doesn't have to be exact. It's very, very subject to change anyway. But just kind of getting an idea. Something like this could work. So now, if we fly up and we land on top of the walls, this should give us kind of a better idea of how everything's going to look. We'll have building here. We could probably shift that building this way a block or two. Of a couple of buildings down there, some of these various shops and things. We'll have a bunch of vendor stalls with, wool and bright colors and things for sale. If you've ever seen, if you guys watch Kingdoms, my single player survival world, and if you watch towards the end of season 1 of Kingdoms, I did a very large market, a relatively large market in my Roman-inspired kingdom called Regnum. I'm kind of envisioning something sort of like that, but not to the same extent. So we'll have different stalls with lots of different colors and things along those lines. And lots of different buildings too. And it should really kind of bring this area to life. Now, we're going to have to make sure that it becomes clear that these buildings are all businesses. They're all shops, right? Not houses. So we're going to have to do something with that to kind of make it obvious that this is all places that you would visit if you want to go shopping. This is like the shopping area of the castle, I guess you would say. But I think it'll be pretty cool. And I'm happy with our progress. I would love to see your ideas, though. So if you have ideas for this, please leave them in the comments below. Guys, unfortunately, I am out of time for this episode. I want to be able to read your comments and suggestions before I dive into this too heavily. So, yeah. But if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.